Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, I need y'all to be the caffeine. I'm Tiffany Miller, co-owner of the Bronzeville Collective, and I will open with a poem to welcome you into the space. Bronzeville, the arts and culture district, the place to plant seeds, nourish them, and bloom. Resurgence like Harlem Renaissance, in remembrance to Ellis's Dress Shop, Shorty Moore's Bop Shop, Milwaukee Brown Brewers Baseball Club, Tally Ho Riders, J. Anthony Josie, our mayor of Bronzeville. In the light of new development, the birth of dreams deferred but not denied, Bronzeville is blooming, and you are standing in the Bronzeville Collective MKE, the collaborative vision, an abundance of businesses thriving, and music filling our spaces, two-step and bop, community, congregating at the Friendly Church or on the corner of Belle Phillips Avenue in North, or on your neighbor's porch, intersecting creativity, collaboration, and its foundation, love. Thank you and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now we are here to announce and to celebrate our 7th annual Bronzeville Week. So I know we can do better than that. Let's try it again. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I am Alderwoman Milele A. Cogs. I have both the pleasure and the honor of representing the 6th Automatic District. I am so proud to stand before you today on Val Phillips and North Avenue. As we know, at the 6th annual Bronzeville Week, we had the wonderful celebration of the naming of 4th Street after Val Phillips. So I'm so proud 1 year later to be sitting on Val Phillips in one of the wonderful businesses that is truly an example of what Bronzeville is all about. Taking the creative talent of people here in the city of Milwaukee and in the African American community and bringing it right to the district that is a celebration of African American arts and culture. So this year we have 8 days of wonderful events free to the public to come and participate in. And today we're going to talk a little bit about those and bring you some of the messages from some of the people who've helped to make it happen. It's a whole team of people, many of them behind me right now, that helped to make it happen. And I also just want to give a special shout out to Ms. Rhonda Manuel, who used to work for Department of City Development and used to be over Bronzeville, and for all of these years has helped to build it to this point. She has retired, so this is her first Bronzeville week that she's actually helped as a retiree, so I just wanted to give her a special mention. But next up we'll have the mayor of this great city, Mr. Tom Barrett.
Well, thank you very much, Alderwoman. It's great to be here again this year for Bronzeville Week. And if you look at the work that has happened here over the last 7 years since the Alderwoman made this a priority, it really is pretty amazing, the transformation that's occurring here in Bronzeville. Across the street is Pete's Market, of course, the Griot, just a little bit to the west here, the Black Holocaust Museum, this beautiful pop-up store, the work that's being done along Martin Luther King Drive, the arrival of Bader Philanthropies to this area, the work done by the medical college, the construction company. All this has happened because people believe in this area and want to see it succeed. And there is no one who believes in it more and is working harder to see it succeed than Alderwoman Milele Cogs. She remains committed to making this work. It's my goal, obviously, to get the streetcar here. That's something that I continue to think is an important step, not only for the city, but for Bronzeville as well. But this is a week of celebration of culture and arts. And for me, seeing all the people, seeing all the art, seeing all those who care about our community coming out over the next week is really reaffirming as to what is happening in this city. I like to say that the city of Milwaukee is fighting back. And one of the things that is also important is that we're winning. And when you see events like Bronzeville Week, you can see how we are winning, because we are bringing more and more and more people to be engaged in our community and to provide outlets for their creativity, but also to provide places for people to shop. And I love it when people come and spend money here. And I'm sure that the owners of this store love it when people spend money here as well. And so it's all about, I think, supporting the businesses in Bronzeville, giving them an opportunity to flourish, because that's what we all want to do. There are other events that are occurring. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. over at Pete's Market, I'll be having one of my neighborhood walks. You're all invited to join us for the walk. It's a wonderful way to celebrate the neighborhood as well. But let's take this whole week, look at the schedule, and make sure we're doing everything we can to support this very, very important effort. Again, to the Alderwoman, I say thank you. Keep it going. You're just getting warmed up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Barrett. Your walk is actually next Friday.
Well, next Friday.
At
Thank
Pete's
you. You know my
Saturday.
schedule. I've been walking a whole week. Where is everybody?
When we first came up with the idea for Bronzeville Week, it was a core group of friends of Bronzeville to help make it happen. One of those was at the time employed with the city Department of City Development under the leadership of Rocky Marcoux. And thank you, Rocky, for all of your help and leadership with Bronzeville. But he now is the executive director of the MLK bid and has been so instrumental in helping us to build the Bronzeville we all knew was possible. At this time, I would want to bring up Deshae A.G., the executive director of the MLK bid.
Thank you, Alderwoman Cox. I am glad to be here representing the historic King Drive bid, the Bronzeville community, the businesses along Dr. Martin Luther King Drive, and also within the Business Improvement District. We heard the sound of drumming a little while ago from the good brother from Nefertari Dance Company, and the sound of drumming meant something was coming, and Bronzeville is coming. Bronzeville is here now. It starts Saturday, and it goes through the following Saturday with arts, culture, entertainment, and a celebration of all that is Bronzeville and all that is Milwaukee. I invite you all also to take a look at the calendar, come and support, get the word out to others, to come and be a part of this celebration that's now in its 7th year. I remember my first year working on Bronzeville was in 2007, and I was very happy when the Alderwoman was elected to be the 6th alderperson, 6th automatic district representative, because she came in with fire, and she came in encouraged that Bronzeville was possible, and the tax increment district that the city of Milwaukee, the mayor, and all the elected officials signed off on was in her district. And we are here in the 6th automatic district. We're in the King Drive Business Improvement District, and we have so many wonderful businesses, so many artists, so many entertainers that are right here in Milwaukee that don't often get recognized. This week is a celebration in honor of them, in honor of those who built Bronzeville of old as we create the 21st century Bronzeville. So I encourage you all to participate, to come out, spend money, because this is all about commerce, arts, entertainment. Support the artists, support everyone who is taking a part in this celebration, including our sponsors, Visit Milwaukee, Bader Philanthropies, the Milwaukee Bucks, City of Milwaukee, Historic King Drive bid, and so many others. So I would invite you all again to be a part of Bronzeville. Be a part of the celebration of arts, culture, and entertainment in this particular neighborhood and throughout the city of Milwaukee. Thank you.
So none of this would be possible if it were not for sponsors who helped to make it happen. And one of our largest supporters since they came on King Drive has been Bader Philanthropy. So I'd like to give an opportunity for Dan Bader to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Alderwoman. It was about just over 3 years ago that we came to Alderwoman's office and talked about coming to the Harambee neighborhood on MLK Drive. And after about an hour conversation, she said, "You know, I have a great idea for you. Bronzeville Week is coming up, and we could sure use some more sponsors." And so she asked us to join to be a sponsor back then, about 3 years ago, and we've been a sponsor ever since. And more than that we've really have enjoyed coming to this area, to the general Harambee area, and particularly being part of this particular area. Bronzeville, as we know, is the cultural center, has been the cultural center historically for the African American community, and we're proud to support that. We're proud to be part of it. We have funded arts and culture since our existence in the early 90s, and it's a very big part of who we are as an organization, and it's just awesome to see this come off. And I want to thank, and as everybody's thanking, Alderwoman Cogs for all of her hard work to make this happen. She is a force to be reckoned with in a very good way, and we're very, very pleased to have her here in the community and to champion this cause. Thank you.
So you've experienced some of the art, one by us being here in the Bronzeville Collective, two by hearing the great words of Tiffany Miller. You've heard some of the political from myself and the mayor, and you've heard from a couple of the sponsors so far. Although this is an arts and cultural and commerce focused event, we also recognize the whole person. And we recognize that you got to be healthy enough to be able to participate in the arts and culture. So a few years ago, as we looked for activities and events to include and to grow within Bronzeville Week, a young lady by the name of Tonda Thompson came to me with LaShondra Vernon to express a desire to want to bring more attention to healthy birth outcomes and the issue of infant mortality, because in the zip code of 53212 that Bronzeville sits is one of the highest of African American infant mortality rates in the whole city. So we've started what we call the Harambe 5K walk run. It's been a great event for the last several years, and in fact this year was the first time it was made into its own official city event that we support. And at this time I want to bring Tonda Thompson forward, followed by a couple of the sponsors of the walk run.
Thank you, Alderwoman. So who's ready to run a 5K, like right now? Anybody? Nobody? I am. Okay. So my name is Tonda Thompson. I am the lead organizer for the Harambe Walk Run and now the founder of the National Coalition for Healthy Black Families. I want to first thank Alderwoman Cox. So we heard about your fire and your force, right? So my story has been shared all over the BBC, The Nation magazine, but Alderwoman Cox gave me the opportunity to express my tragedy and share it with the world and let the city know that we need to make a difference within our community. So if it wasn't for Alderwoman Cox, the Harambe Walk Run would not exist. So thank you. You gave me an opportunity to make a difference within my own community where I'm from. Also, thank you, LaShondra, for giving me the opportunity to work for the Milwaukee Life Course for Healthy Initiative for Healthy Families, the Life Course Initiative for Healthy Families. And also thank you, United Way, for giving me the opportunity to host this event under their name. But now it's on us now. And we are continuing to make a difference. I came up with the coalition to figure out, okay, do I either turn a different way and do something else, or do I continue the mission that I was called to do? And that is my purpose. My purpose is to let the city know that we have an issue with infant mortality within our city, as well as the United States of America. And our city has some of the highest rates in the nation, as well as the world. So I am here to let you know that we are going to reduce these issues in our city, and we're going to make a difference, and we're going to continue to move forward. With that being said, I know you guys said that you're ready to run a 5K. I know some of you are ready to run a marathon. I'm not ready for that yet. But we are going to be hosting the event on August 3rd. We're starting with Pete's. We're starting at Pete's Fruit Market on North and MLK Drive. We're going to go north to Locust on MLK. We're going to go south to Valique. And then we're going to come back to North and MLK Drive at Pete's. Pete's is the finish line and the start line. It's important for me to have this race within this community. We could have done it at Veterans Park, but I wanted to bring this to the community to make them aware that this is an issue and we need to make a difference within our own city, within our own community. Again, the race starts at 8:30. The registration opens at 7. We do encourage online registration. I would say to do it before 8 p.m. on Friday night to make sure that you have a shirt, but we do take people on-site registration as well. Lastly, I want to thank my sponsors. I have a bunch of sponsors this year, which we are blessed to have. I want to thank the Life Course Initiative for Healthy Families, which they are here. Freighter has always been a sponsor of Bronzeville Week, as well as the Harambe Walk Run. I want to thank Children's. The Milwaukee Health Department has been a sponsor, as well as Artists Working in Education, the City of Milwaukee. I have some in-kind sponsors, Bounce Milwaukee, Black Arts Fest, MKE. They're giving me free tickets, so if you want to get a medal and a ticket to see SWB, please come to the Harambe Walk Run, as well as AABN, Bounce Milwaukee, Unite MKE, and the MKE Drive Bid. These people have all been a supporter of the Harambe Walk Run, and I want to thank everybody for their support and continuing to uplift me and my family to let us make a difference. If any of my sponsors want to say anything, I want to give you the floor. Okay, we got Children's coming up here. And Life.
Good morning, Jeff Roman with the Black Child Development Institute and Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, the Milwaukee County Healthy Start Program. Just wanted to just read something really quick. A part of Bronzeville Week, I believe, in honoring the culture is honoring the past and our traditions. If I'm used to be in a previous life a minister, so if you look to your neighbor and say Consiri and Gary. Consiri and Gary. Look to your other neighbor and say Consiri and Gary. And what does that mean? It means, and how are the children? Among the many fabled and accomplished tribes of Africa, no tribe was considered to have warriors more fearsome and more intelligent than the mighty Maasai. It's surprising then to learn the traditional greeting passed among the Maasai warriors was Consiri and Gary. One would always say to each other, and what is it that I mean by that? It means, and how are the children? It is still the traditional greeting of the Maasai, acknowledging the high value the Maasai place in the children's well-being. Even warriors with no children of their own would always give the traditional answer, all the children are well. This meant, of course, that peace and safety prevail. The priorities of protecting the young and the powerless are in place. The Maasai people had not forgotten about the reasoning for being here in existence, their proper function and their responsibility. All the children are well means life is good. It means the daily struggles of existence, even among poor people, include the proper care of our young and our defenseless. And so we bring greetings, the sponsor from the Black Child Development Institute and the Milwaukee County Healthy Start Program with the Children's Hospital. We are about the children and saving our children. All of this would be in vain if we did not have our children here to be exposed to this. And so there's a responsibility of our community to place our arms around our children, even our youngest children, even those who have not even been born yet. And when they do get here, that we are wrapping our love and our care and our support and resources around those children. And that's what this is about, is making sure that our young people, from when they are birthed, before they are birthed, and all the way through life, that they have the support and the resources and the services that they need so that they can be exposed to the culture, to their history, to the foundation upon which we are all here today. And so as a sponsor, we are grateful for the opportunity to bring that message to the Harambe Walk particularly, but also as a partner in the broader Bronzeville Week. We thank you for the opportunity, and let's have a good Bronzeville Week. Thank you.
Yes, if you don't have healthy babies, you don't have a healthy community, okay? So I'm going to bring Pat Bateman from the Life Course Initiative for Healthy Families to speak as well.
Good morning. I am here speaking on behalf of Gina Green Harris, the director of the Life Course Initiative for Healthy Families. The Life Course Initiative is a funded project through UWM-Madison School of Medicine and Public Health and the Wisconsin Partnership Program. As Tanda mentioned, Wisconsin, here in Milwaukee, we have some of the highest. Wisconsin is the worst. So Black infant mortality, we're the worst in the country, and we've got to do better. Black babies born in this community are 3 times more likely to die before their first birthday than white babies. We've got to do better. The Life Course Initiative supports African American families, women, and fathers to have healthy and thriving lives. Our plan through the Life Course Initiative, in partnership with UW Population Health Institute, is to address inequities in African American birth outcomes in Kenosha, Milwaukee, and Racine, using community-driven and evidence-based strategies. One, to pilot community capacity building with grassroots African-American businesses. Secondly, we want to increase awareness about the issue. And thirdly, we want to work towards system change through a community strategy board. Our vision is to have a state that supports all African American families' abilities to and capacity to thrive. And so we are pleased and honored to partner with with Bronzeville and with Harambe and to address this issue and bring attention to healthy birth outcomes and infant mortality. Thank you.
usually I begin conversations about Bronzeville very simply, and people who come to my community meetings know this. I say I do not take credit or responsibility for Bronzeville before 2008 when I got elected. But I do expect to be held accountable for the Bronzeville that is built from 2008 on. And I like to say that what we are trying to build and trying to uphold is a Bronzeville that we can be proud of for generations to come. So 20 years from now, when my children, when our children look back at Bronzeville, it is something that is long-lasting and something that they can truly be proud of. It is our responsibility to leave it greater than we inherited it. And to tell you how seriously we are about the health issue in the African American community, Milwaukee Health Services is also a partner of ours throughout the week, and they have health screenings from the 6th through the 9th as well, and by appointment on Friday. So if people have health issues that they need to deal with, Milwaukee Health Services, which is located in Bronzeville, has health screenings, as they have every year since we've done Bronzeville Week. So we've told you the business, the arts, all of that kind of thing. But one of the other great things about Bronzeville are the residents, are the neighbors, are the people who live over here block to block, who will also be participating in all of these events throughout the week. And there's one neighbor in particular who sits on the Bronzeville Advisory Committee, who helps with the Bronzeville Week planning, and who's always been there to support Bronzeville. So I just wanted to give her an opportunity to speak, you know, from a neighbor's perspective about all that is happening for Bronzeville Week. Ms. Garrison?
Good morning. As a longtime resident of Bronzeville, I have seen many changes, and a lot of those changes are due to Alderwoman Cox. As growing up here, there were 3 grocery stores. They all left. And then it hadn't been a grocery store in this community for 23 years. So look what we have on the corner. We have Pete's. And I'm so happy that Pete's is here. So I don't have to get a ride or don't have to get on the bus. I could just walk over here to Pete's and do my groceries. And there are other things that Alderwoman is so responsible for, and I am thankful for her. And to call her office, you might not get an answer right away, but trust me, you'll get an answer within 7 days. Alderwoman is a hard-working woman. Well, I won't even tell you that I knew her before she was born. But thank you for coming to Bronzeville Week. Bronzeville Festival is going to be better than it was last year. Every year, Alderwoman strives to make it better. So thank you for coming to the arts, entertainment, and music for this year. Thank you very much.
So before we close out with a word from one of the owners of the Bronzeville Collective, one of the supporters of Bronzeville Week from its inception, who has always, I know we co-sponsored a Kool-Aid and Canvas that is on Wednesday at the Library for Kids. And thank you to NPL for being an even larger sponsor this week with a new addition to the week with Library Loud this week with some great entertainment, classics, Sister Strings, and all of that. The whole schedule for the week is available at milwaukee.gov/Bronzeville. We encourage people to go look and pick some activities to come and support. But some of those activities wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the support of a variety of sponsors. But one that's been a great supporter is Treasurer Spencer Cobb. Did you want to say a word?
Thank you. I just wanted to come before you to embarrass my niece one more time. People who do great things in the community should be recognized. So let's give Malele Cox, Alderwoman for this area, a round of applause. Now, I know that sounds gratuitous, okay, but our family was like so many African American families who came to this city after World War II and settled in this area, okay? As a small child, I remember the past. I know the present here, and I know what the future will bring. But in the past, I would tell my mother, I'm going on North Avenue to go shopping. Okay, now we didn't have food venues, but there was a lot of commerce here on North Avenue. After a while, it took a downturn. But as we look at the present, you know, look at Black Holocaust Museum, the Reemergence Renaissance. Look at this place. Used to be a sneaker shop. Now they deal with everything all over your body, your mind, and your soul. Okay? And we have Belle Phillips Way. Give that a round of applause. So I look for nothing but great things in the future for Bronzeville. Okay, I look for more commerce. I look for more intercultural things to happen. And who knows, one day we may have Belle Phillips Way and Malele Coggs Avenue. Look for the future. Thank you.
Shameless plug. And to, it is always befitting to have the owners of the place that is allowing you to use it to have a few words. But none of this would also be possible if it wasn't for the artists. Visual, poetic, musical artists that we have, some of the most talented artists in this country right here in Milwaukee. And so many of them have given of their time and their energy for Bronzeville. And one of them, who happens to be part owner of Bronzeville Collective, will leave you with a couple of words today. Ms. Lilo Allen.
Good morning, Bronzeville.
Good morning.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Like Malele said, I'm Lilo Allen, co-founder of the Bronzeville Collective. I chose this name. It's very special to me because I wanted to pay homage to the brilliant Black creators and entrepreneurs that came before us. We are new in this community, but we've become a part of such a lively and beautiful community in such a short time. Bronzeville has so much to offer, and I implore the community to come and see what we're about. Alderwoman Coggs has provided an amazing experience for Milwaukeeans to get to know the local businesses and to highlight the rich history of Bronzeville. It's an amazing week to shop local and to experience good restaurants and support the creatives, like she said. So starting tomorrow, you can actually start with that support right here at the Bronzeville Collective. As we kick off Bronzeville Week, you can stop and grab a Buy Black bingo card. It's free. And what that does is you can enjoy a week of discounted eating and shopping experiences throughout Bronzeville and beyond. We are so happy to welcome you into not only our space, but our community, and also appreciate everybody supporting us making Bronzeville better so that we can in turn make Milwaukee the beautiful city that it once was. Thank you so much.
So thank you all for coming, and I just want to leave with this. Thank you to the sponsors of Visit Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Bucks, Bader Philanthropy, Treasurer Coggs, West Care, Wisconsin, United Way, Freighter, Bubbler, Clear Channel, Pete's Market, Milwaukee Health Services, P3, Black Lens, Young Development, the Department of City Development, the Department of Neighborhood Services, everything from if you want to buy or build a property in Bronzeville to if you want to see and observe and partake in music or live art. It's all available this week. Starting on Saturday, there will be the Harambe Walk Run right here on King Drive and North Avenue. After the walk run, we will have brunch in Bronzeville, 3 locations, Jostasi, Jules Caribbean, and Mi Casa Sue. Those who have participated in the walk run can have complimentary brunch at Jules Caribbean. Also with the walk run, they're celebrating 1-year-olds. So if you have a 1-year-old, have them come out and they can get a free cupcake as well. I'm sorry, you said what? I'm sorry, Rise and Grind, not Jossie. Rise and Grind, Jules, and Mikasa. The next day is our largest event of the week, and that is the Bronzeville Cultural and Arts Festival, where we shut down North Avenue from King Drive to 7th Street. We have 3 stages and a whole kids zone. So if you're looking for some family fun on Sunday, August 4th, please come down between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. to North Avenue between King Drive and 7th Street. Hear some great music and entertainment. See about 75 different vendors, and also have some fun with the kids. It's several events throughout the week, discussions at the Holocaust Museum, business stuff, business breakfasts, a whole bunch of things. And then we end the week with our second largest event, and that is the Art Walk. So if you really want to see some of Milwaukee's best artists, and I would argue some of this country's best artists, and we have one of them here with us today, Mr. Vidal Hill, who has always been a supporter of Bronzeville Week. And I'm going to just give a shameless plug for your opening, if you don't mind. We started a program called the Arch House with Department of City Development, myself, and Alderman Stamper. It's for people to take and rehab city-owned foreclosures and turn them into artistic or resource-based hubs for the community. And Vidal Hill is the second person that we have in the city to ever do it. The grand opening of he lives upstairs, and it's a gallery downstairs, will be August 10th during the Art Walk from noon to 6. From noon to 6. So it's on 4th and Monarchy. So I would encourage people to come. Also, Vidal, along with other artists and the community, when you leave here, if you go down the street, you will see the big Bronzeville letters. I think 8-foot tall Bronzeville letters. They're back out. And we're asking the community to help us paint them. But Vidal's the lead artist with some other artists. But at the festival, kids, everybody will get to paint them again like they did yesterday, like they did last year. Thank you, Vidal, for helping lead that effort as well. But there will be over 25 artists in 20 different locations up and down King Drive on the last day. And that is the 10th, Saturday, from noon to 6. We will also, courtesy of the bid and others, we'll have a trolley that will go stop to stop that will help people go from McKinley to Hadley in these 20 different locations up and down King Drive. So if you really want some family fun, it's free and open to the public. And it's not only visual artists, we have some performance art. MISO has some of their students performing. So it's some great stuff happening with that Art Walk. And again, for more information, please go to milwaukee.gov/Bronzeville for the entire list. Thank you to everybody who helped to make this possible. And please spread the word about Bronzeville Week 2019. Thank you.